Hi everyone, very welcome to Stuff We Like, where we're going to be doing some fun reviews and unboxing of very cool stuff that we like. And for today we're going to start with my new 4K sport camera right here, which it's going to be used with my new 64GB Samsung Class 10 SD memory card. So let's get into business. Okay, and to get started, first thing we've got right here, it's my new 4K sport camera, which I purchased at Fry's. Pretty cool store if you like technology. It says 4K Ultra HD at 30 frames and wearable design, waterproofed. It says somewhere else in the box I read up to 30 meters for 1 hour, then 170 degrees wide angle lens, slow motion, and Wi-Fi support. So let's get a closer view into this right here. Before we jump into opening the box, this is what I'm going to be using it with. It's my new Samsung 64GB Evo SD card, which is a class 10, and it is required, says right on the box, you do have to use a class 10 if you want to use the 4K feature of the camera. Okay, get rid of the box, and let's see all the accessories we get with that. We get a user manual, what seems to be a back plate. I'm guessing this is probably like if you need to do some repairs or you broke the original one. Some 3M supports. So it's got basically a plastic base with a 3M support on it. This seems to be another backup for if you break something, or an adapter. Got some wires in here and cleaning cloth, some extra 3M stickers. Get some different adapters. More adapters, some other kind of adapters, and so on. I mean, it has, oh, got some hand strips here, and a whole bunch of adapters for all kind of stuff. This one seems to be like for a bicycle or motorcycle. And okay, let's get into the camera itself. There you go. That's the camera right there. Looks pretty decent to me. 4K. Let's see what the quality is. Oh, it does has what is this? Probably like a 2 inches LCD screen, although it has support for a Wi-Fi connection. And we're gonna see how we open all this now. The enclosure, which it's supposed to be waterproof, up to 30 meters for 1 hour, and it comes already with this adapter here installed. So we'll see what other ones we have and what can we do with them. But that's what it comes with. It has some wrap on it. Let's go ahead and remove the wrap. There we go. It has some other here in the front. Seems like it has one more on the inside. That's about it. Okay, let's see. Seems like I have one more right there on the inside. Let's see how do we open this, and it seems to be good quality. It feels okay. Screws, it does feels good, so fairly good quality, at least on the eyes. We'll judge it once we get the video downloaded, and I'm guessing we're gonna have to charge it for a little bit. It does say 16 megabyte for pictures, still pictures, and we're gonna go a little bit further into the details as to what it says here in the manual and the box. But looks fairly decent to me. This cam at Fry was for $110. I got it on discount, went down to like $89. I think that's what I paid for it, including taxes. So we'll see how good of a quality it is, and if it can compare and compete with the GoPro, which is probably what it was intended for. So let's check out this baby. Let's get into the inside. If I'm able to open this, it has an arrow indicating. There you go. So it pops right off. This comes forward, and you open it up from the back. Okay, and let's try to get it off here. It's not that easy. There you go. Okay, let's put this down, and that is the camera right there. Has two buttons here, and what it seems to be a little speaker to the side here, some sort of indication light, an OK button, and nothing in the back, just the 2 inches LED screen. And here to the side you've got your USB port, your SD card, and then it seems like it will accept 2 different kind of USB port. Not sure about what this one is, but this is the regular USB. This one, not quite sure. We can dig into that deeper. At the bottom, battery, I'm guessing, yeah, that have got to be the battery. On the battery, well, there you go, that's your battery right there. Okay, put that back. Okay, and then looking here at the front, you get your 4K label, 16 megabyte for pictures. ProHT, which is the brand of the camera, it's a ProHT 4K sport camera. That's what the name is as per the box in here. And then your Wi-Fi logo right here, and it has a mode button with what it seems to be a power indication here, if we can make focus on it. So you got your mode and power button, 4K, and your Wi-Fi. And let's go ahead and remove very carefully this right here. Okay, and before I get started, I'm gonna make sure that I clean it, because somehow it doesn't look like it comes so clean from right out of the box, which is weird, but I'm guessing that's probably when they package it. So I'll get it clean, charge the battery, and we'll be right back with some video after that. And what I'm gonna do, because the current camera that I'm using, it's recording on 1080, I'm gonna use this on the 1080 at 60 mode, which is one of the ones that I've got. And let's talk about that real quick before we while we're charging this. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so if we're looking at the box, this camera does say on the one side specifications, and on the other one it says technical specifications. So let's go over what we've got on either side. Right here on this one, it says 2 inches LCD, 170-degree lens with HD wide angle, and video resolutions at 4K and 30 frames, 3264 by 1836. 2K at 30 frames is going to be 2688 by 1520, and then 1080p at either 60 or 30 frames, and well, I'm guessing 1080p at 60 will be fairly good for YouTube, and at times we're definitely going to be using the 4K, right? And then the lower one is going to be 720 at either 120, 60, or 30 frames. But I'll probably stick for the most part at 1080p with 60 frames or 4K at 30 frames. It says equipped with a waterproof case and super mini appearance, convenient for take along. Then right here on technical it says for photo 16 megapixel all the way down to 2. Battery, it's external at 1050. Support Wi-Fi, waterproof, max 30 minutes, 30 meters, sorry, at 1 hour. Okay, so this is our user manual here, and we're getting the final stuff ready in the camera. Apparently, I was reading a couple minutes ago, and it does include a software that you can install once you connect the camera to the computer, but you also have the app that you can download, and you can use the Wi-Fi on your phone. And we're gonna go a little further into that in just a couple more minutes. But for now, let's turn it on. Let's see how we can do certain stuff with it. It does have some idea here as to what you can, what your endurance is going to be. Like, for instance, the maximum that it comes here in the chart is a 32 gigs, but it says at 4K with a 32 gig micro SD card, you're gonna get about 120 minutes of recording. At 1080p at 30 frames, you're gonna get about 240 minutes, and at 720p at 60 frames, you're gonna get 320. So that kind of gives you a rough estimated of as to, so mine is a 64 gigs, so should be almost twice, not necessarily twice, but almost twice. And I'm gonna be doing the 1080p at 60 instead of the 30 frames. I don't know how much of a bigger file that will give us, and how much that would affect the time that we can record, but roughly an estimated. So video mode is the first thing that we're going to try, and apparently you just change the mode by pressing the mode key several times until you get to the desired mode. So let's go ahead and try that. Okay, so we've got located the app. It seems to be this one called XDB, and we're gonna go ahead and download it. Okay, the app is downloaded now, so we're gonna go ahead and minimize this and get the app open. Let's follow up the screen, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we've downloaded the app into our phone, and now we're gonna go ahead and turn on the camera. Okay, we're gonna click the up button and go into Wi-Fi mode. There you go. Okay, and now we're gonna go to the app right here, and we're gonna have to find the camera, and it seems like we're into Action Cam right now, so we're gonna go ahead and close this, and let's go ahead and get our app on here, and it says Action Cam. We're logging in right now. There you go. So the screen is off here, but we actually do get to see the camera right there. That is, I gotta say, it's pretty cool. Okay, let's and it actually shows you what is recording, which is right now 4K. You have loop lapse, and you have, there you go, your slow-mo 1080. You have your pictures, normal, time, trail, auto, and your 4K. Again, you can go into settings, video resolution, and you can actually control everything in the camera from here, which I believe it's pretty cool. You can go back again into capture mode. So I pretty much like this. Okay, well, let's go ahead and stop this for a minute. There you go. And let's get all this content downloaded to the computer, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Well guys, it's all been downloaded now. I'm gonna get all this content into my computer, do some editing, see how it looks like. I'm very much looking forward to see the quality of this. And now before the end, then I'm gonna play some music and input the footage there in between, see how you guys like that. And you'll let me know. We're gonna be doing some better quality video, hopefully, and we're gonna get more stuff coming into this new part of the channel, as I was doing something totally different to this, which is aviation. I'm gonna get that link as well down below in the comments, and hopefully we're gonna do some fun stuff. We're gonna get, there's a lot of products that I'm buying, and we're gonna do some fun reviews and unboxing. This is my first one, so bear with me. I hope you like that. And if you like it, if you want to see more, please hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe. You can also hit the bell on the top, and that way you know when I get a new video out there. And eventually we're gonna get a video weekly. Right now I'm gonna start trying maybe like about every other week, so every 15 days or so. Well, here we have an example of recording at 4K, 30 frames per second. There's a lot of sunlight hitting the camera right in the front, which is not the best scenario. However, I don't think the quality is not as sharp as I would like. For an action camera, it could be okay. If it is my secondary camera, or just if I get a different angle, which I'll do in my aviation videos, probably from the wing into the aircraft or so. And here we have a slow-mo video recorded at 1080p, 60 frames. Not horrible, but still not as clean as you would like to be. And my final thoughts on this camera is that it can be used, but definitely not that 4K quality that I was expecting. The best combination for me was actually recording it at 2K and then placing the content at 1080p in a 1080p video, which provided with a good useful image. The content can be modified. You can record it at 2K, mix it up in 1080p, and that was the best combination for it. I did some tests on that. It took me some trial and error. Unfortunately, I did not record it, or I mean I did not save the video, but although there's not a huge difference as to what we already saw here, but that was the best combination. It got a little bit better, not a whole lot different though. Final thoughts: it can be used, definitely can be used, and again, but not as a primary camera whatsoever. For action camera, it's okay. We'll see a little bit more into that. Anyway, I did got better equipment this week. I'm already testing, and we'll see about that in the next one. Okay, that's all for now. I hope you liked this review. It was the first one, so I'll get better. And again, already got some new equipment that's coming up next. And until then, let's use tech and things we like.